Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to Sunday Funday, and we are showing off a couple videos. Right now we are in our Hatsuharu, and match just started. We're just getting, going for C, and we do have an enemy Hatsuharu, but that's not what we're concerned about. What we are concerned about is the enemy Warspite. Now, keep an eye on this Warspite because he is going to be a little salty here in a little bit. So let's see how many torpedoes we can actually get on him. That's one. That's two. That's three and four. And we took out the enemy Warspite, doing an excellent job taking the advantage of being a Japanese destroyer, having a very low detection range. We did really good. I was very satisfied with that. Now the captain of the Warspite, on the other hand, wasn't particularly happy about it. And as you can see in chat, he is extremely salty about it. He's saying that's bullshit that DD sits invisible the whole fucking battle. I smell a hack. Well, no, it's playing the way the ship was designed, and as someone points out, unit detection is handled server side, so there's no way I could hack the game to allow me to estimate. And also, your vector and your speed is completely up to you. It's not like a bot. You don't have a specific path. So, yeah, he's still very unhappy about it. He's calling us liars. So whenever you're in a battleship and you know there is a Hatsuharu that has hit you not once but twice, you should try changing your direction. Just try doing something other than sailing it kind of in a straight line and a little bit predictable. So I think our team has essentially lost. There's only me and the carrier left, and I'm just not expecting very much. So I do send a salvo out against this Bajani, not really expecting to hit him because he is a cruiser. He can also change his speed very quickly and dodge it, but we just might get lucky. Just maybe. Just maybe. And right underneath. Very beautiful. Alright, we are going to have two more battles here on Funday Sunday. One in the Fuso and one in the recent stores, which I wanted to show off because I felt like she deserved a better battle, and I did have a better battle with her. So I will see you guys in just a moment with the Fuso. See you there. Alright, everyone. We are in a battle with the Fuso, and essentially we are in a tier 8 match, so I wasn't really expecting very much to happen. We wouldn't do a very good job because the shells on the Fuso will not penetrate that easily in North Carolina, so I wasn't really expecting very much, expecting to actually help that much. Now we are currently moving off to A. We do have a friendly Tashkent that is currently capping and is by that island. And keep an eye on that Tashkent. He is a amazing person and an amazing player. He does such a fantastic job in this battle, and I give him high praise. So right now we were spotted, and we will probably be spotted here in just a second. I think it's about to occur. Gonna swing the ship around just so I can bring all my guns to bear, just in case the Nürnbergs, which we do know there was two, and oh, there are torpedoes incoming. I'm gonna say there's probably what? Let's take a quick look. There are 9 torpedoes. So that probably means that is the enemy Fubuki that is on the enemy team. Yeah. Now, the enemy Fubuki torpedoes are going to be extremely high damaging, and that means I definitely do not want to get hit by them. So I am maneuvering my best ability not to get hit. Gonna try to slide between. At the same time, I'm also taking pot shots at the Nuremberg. Don't have all my guns on point. And he is firing AP at me. I mean, yeah, if it comes straight down into my deck armor, it can do damage, but I think we're a little bit too close for that to actually really start occurring. Or maybe I'm just too much angled. So he's showing us a nice broadside, but he is playing smart. He's not going at full tilt. You can see by his smoke stack, and you can see that I've went back and readjusted my aim. Now this Tashkent is laying smoke, and he's allowing me to use the smoke. So I am going to definitely use that smoke for cover. And the only issue is there are torpedoes incoming. And those are the Fubuki's torpedoes again. And I'm not up at full speed. Hopefully we can dodge. We take 1 and 2. So we lose about over a quarter of our health. We do get a Citadel on that Nuremberg. And, oh, there's a Nuremberg only 5 kilometers away. And now we're no longer being detected. And here is where I get a little bit too greedy and don't plan ahead. So have all guns on bear. RNGesus was a little bit mean to me. We do get a Citadel, but at trying to get all my guns on bear, I kind of get myself in a bit of an awkward position. So right now we're kind of hugging this island, and I'm going to have issue trying to get off of it and trying to fire my guns at the exact same time. So this Nuremberg is showing still a broadside to a Fuso, and since I'm in smoke, I cannot be detected, and hopefully we can get a good damage. Yep. That is 1 dead Nuremberg, and Fubuki decides to show his face. And a cyclone is appearing. Oh, that's lovely. So the Fubuki is showing us a broadside. He is not going to be turning. Let's go ahead and fire all 12 shots. See how much damage we can do. Surely they won't be that much. Almost 10,000 points of damage. Leaving on 1,344, and he's dead. Oh, I love the Fuso. It's such a powerful ship. Nuremberg and the Fubuki are out of the game. That leaves this New Mexico, who is full health, mind you. And I've lost a good 20,000 points of my health. But he's showing us a nice and beautiful broadside. Almost 28,000 points of HP gone. Lost half his HP right there and then. Really probably shouldn't be sitting broadside to a enemy Fuso. And I do know that the New Mexico does have a fairly strong Citadel armor. But at this range, which is only 6 kilometers, still don't want to do that. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get a Citadel, but we did get about 14 to 15,000 points of damage, which is leaving him very low on health. And I'm going to try to turn in and not show broadside because the Fuso does not have as thick armor as the New Mexico does. So if I angle myself, I can ricochet shells, which we're doing actually a really good job. At the exact same time, we can not take a lot of damage, but also bring our back guns to bear. Hopefully we can take out this New Mexico. And there we go. There is our second kill of the game. And I just love the Fuso. And I'm surprised we actually survived that. I was not... we got into a really bad situation. But somehow I pulled it off, and our team is doing a fantastic job right now. And the enemy team probably won't really last very much longer. And now we're going to go off to the last replay with the Shchors, which the Shchors really deserved a better battle than she got last time. So I will see you guys in just a second. Alright everyone, welcome back to the last replay of Funday Sunday, and we are showing off a really fantastic battle with the Shchors, and I think the ship kind of deserved a little bit better to really show off what the shore can do for you. What the shore can do for you. What the shore... I really should pop up a picture of Uncle Sam or something. Anyway, so we are playing on two brothers. We have a New Mexico, two Pensacola's, a York, a Shchors, two Nurembergs, Omaha, Sims, two Hatsuharu, and a Farragut on our team. On the enemy team, there is a Fuso, New York, Pensacola, two Yorks, Miyoko, Nuremberg, Bijani, Molotov, Sims, Hatsuharu, and a Blishkovika. And of course, we are moving towards D, and since there are destroyers on the team, on the enemy team, we are immediately spotted. And anyone that has played World of Warships, if you are the very first one to be spotted, you are going to get fired at very, very fast. So I do slow up, and fortunately I miss all their first salvos, which is very nice. The Farragut has laid down smoke, and I think I'm going to try to use this smoke to my advantage. The smoke will allow me to hide kind of back behind as long as there's no airplanes flying around. And the Shchors, being this close to that many enemy players, that many ships, it's a really bad thing. The Shchors armor just cannot hold up to that magnitude of firepower. And I just made kind of a Star Wars reference there. Anyway, so we are firing away. Can't really see anything. We got to fire, and someone launched a fighter plane, and now we're scouted. So I think it's a good time to move. Let's kind of get out of here. Trying to try my luck on that Fuso. Now, what's this Hatsuharu? Hatsuharu has balls of steel. Doesn't always mean that that's a good thing. The Hatsuharu has already lost half of his health and is now dead. Died to the enemy sim, which is very unfortunate. And I really, really don't want to be the center of attention, so I'm going to start turning away and not show off that much broadside. Now, I do have armor piercing up and ready, just in case I do get the opportunity of catching a ship with a broadside. And we get, oh, okay damage. Not the greatest. He's very low on health. Can we kill him? I think so. Yep. There we go. Very first ship dead. Very first kill of the game. And I am dodging shots like a madman. Now, I did kind of steal that kill. I feel kind of bad for it. But he's no longer a threat to us. There's the enemy Fuso going right in front of that York. Gonna try to focus him down. Use my high explosive. Now, the Russian has fantastic high explosive. Not as much as the Japanese line, but pretty good all the same. Especially if you have Demolition Expert, which my captain does have. So, gonna start firing. And the Fuso, for whatever reason, my shots just kind of go everywhere but where they're landing. Got one, got 3 hits. Not a lot. Didn't get a fire, that's alright. So I do switch over to the York. Hopefully we can get some damage on him. Don't think our salvo's gonna actually really do much damage. Nope. Nope. Just knocked out a gun. And there's a Bijani, the tier 6 Russian cruiser, which is actually a nice little cruiser. Fast firing guns, but very weak armor. Even for a Shchors armor piercing shells. Now he decides, for whatever reason, to give the friendly York a nice little kiss on the ass before moving on. So we do fire our armor piercing rounds. I wonder what's gonna happen. Really? And we get a beautiful citadel on that enemy Bijani. Very nice, but I think he might... Oh, nope. We get another one. Yeah, I think he's probably had enough of my citadel hits on him. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And just then, I do notice there's the enemy New York. Well, he's AFK. He has been AFK since I started firing on that Fuso that sailed right in front of the enemy New York. So he is going to be AFK. I don't have to worry about him, so I do switch targets to the Blishkvika. Land a good hit on him, but he does pop smoke. And there is a enemy Miyoko moving in as well. And showing a nice little broadside. Armor piercing would be nice. We could definitely get a citadel on that Miyoko if he does continue showing us a broadside. And there, right there, is a Miyoko salvo, which, ouch, that hurt. So I do switch over to armor piercing, hoping to get a shot on the enemy Miyoko, but I don't know if we're going to get the opportunity. He is sailing away. I do fire. Not really looks like much is going to happen, but you never know. You never know. Now, unfortunately for us, we've sailed kind of back behind this island. And I probably should point out that 3 of our ships have gone over to A. They've capped it. And they are currently facing 3 ships of their own. Kind of keep an eye on the ally ships on the west-hand side. I guess I should give compliments to the enemy players, which we will see them later. They did actually a good job against us, which is unfortunate for us. Now, the enemy players on this side, on the other hand, not so much. maybe I'm being a little arrogant there. I mean, they did their best. So, switch back to armor piercing. Still trying to get a citadel. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I do switch back to high explosive. And maybe we should give Miyoko a taste of his own medicine. So as soon as we can get around this island, we're going to definitely fire some nice, hot, high explosive. Actually, is high explosive hot? Weird thought. So we do fire, I think, do 25,000 points, knock out his torpedoes. And watch this. Battleship kills them, or no, I believe it was actually a Pensacola. Leaves them on 431 health, and our salvo came in and killed him. So that is our second kill of the game. Very nice indeed, very nice. And at this point, there's not really much I probably could be shooting at the Fuso, but hey, AFK player, free damage. Why not? So, got a fire on him. And fire does such a fantastic job. I like fires. Except for when I'm in a battleship. In a battleship, I hate fires. Fires are evil. So, New York has kind of gone out of sight. So we do switch over to the Fuso. And this Fuso does alright job. Probably could be a little bit more aggressive. Maybe not so distant. So the New York's low on health. And it looks like there are 2 fires on him. Can we get the kill? That would be superb. Get another fire on the New York. He is just withering away. And there we go. Last hit, and we got our 3rd kill of the game. Very nice. I'm very happy with that. So that leaves the York and the enemy Fuso on our side. And on the other side, there is a Pensacola who just looked like he took out the Sims, possibly. And a enemy York as well. Now that Nuremberg has got to be shitting bullets right now. He has 2 cruisers, and should I point out, the Pensacola, yes, is not always the greatest ship in the world, but it can do some damage, especially with its 203mm and showing off hitting a broadside target. So the friendly Nuremberg does go down, which is very unfortunate. And I should point out, this Hatsuharu popped a smoke and then just kind of left it. So that's a great opportunity for us. Let's go ahead and hide in it. Now, all that's left is this York player and this Fuso on this side, and the two Yorks, our friendly York and the enemy York, are gonna go at it. Let's see who's a better player. I'm gonna have to say the enemy York player is probably a little bit better player. They both turn to show broadside, but the enemy York fires AP, while the friendly York fires torpedoes. And I have no idea where these torpedoes are going. They are nowhere near the enemy York. So we have fired our high explosive. We have set fire, which is definitely causing damage. And he's actually showing us a broadside. Ooh, naughty, naughty, naughty. Should never show broadside to a enemy cruiser with AP. And 2 citadels, and that is our 4th kill of the game. Very nice indeed. And about this time, the smoke does run out. It starts to dissipate, so let's go ahead, get moving, and continue firing on this Fuso. Hopefully we can do some damage. Hopefully we can get some fires. That would be nice. And this is why the Shchors does such an excellent job firing, being a long distance cruiser, because its armor is pathetically weak, but its velocity on the shells, range, as well as the damage output, at least as far as fires go, really does make up for the lack of armor. That's why you have to play at such a distance. Now, right now we are currently firing at the Fuso. I'm doing a little chip damage, not doing really much. And our cap at B is being capped. It's almost fully capped right now. And the friendly Pensacola is heading over there to face on the enemy who is trying to cap us. And yeah, I feel kind of bad for the guy. Just kind of watch this. Watch how quickly he melts compared to the enemy ships. Yeah, poor guy. He does get some damage on the enemy Pensacola, but yep, he's dead. And we have set a lot of fires. We just set another one on the enemy Fuso, who probably is getting a little pissed off right now. I'd probably getting pissed if I was getting set on fire. That is 2 fires, and he is just gonna burn away. Now, unfortunately, we do get stuck behind the island, but I think he's dead. Yeah, he's pretty much dead. So I do decide to kind of head back and face on these enemy cruisers, and that Fuso just died, and we get Kraken Unleashed, our 5th kill of the game. Very nice. But now we have a York and a Pensacola to deal with, and once again, the Shchors does not do a very good job against this firepower. Now the Pensacola is smart. Pensacola is going to be firing AP at me, especially right about now. Firing his AP, and just look, we're semi-eagle, probably not the best. We lose 5,000 points of damage. Now this York player probably should be firing AP. I understand that AP is a little bit slower, so it's harder to gauge where you need to aim, but York, you could be doing a lot more damage than high explosive. So we do set a fire at least on the Pensacola before we get behind the island, but it looks like he probably knocked it off, so he's only sitting about 5,519. And we're safe for the time being. We don't have to worry about them, but I am going to try to turn around and try to help my friendly battleship that is moving out. Friendly New Mexico. Oh, boy. Watch how long this guy survives. You want to place your bets? See if he does survive? Actually, I kind of spoiled it. Just, I don't understand. But anyway, so we do start firing at the Pensacola, and I guess he really doesn't like me shooting at him, because he does fire at us instead of the enemy battleship. We get some minor damage, and he's just going to kind of run away for the time being. So this York is more of an immediate threat, and in hindsight, I probably should have just went after the Pensacola and just tried to kill him outright. because the York is focused on the New Mexico. It's not focused on me at all, which is very fortunate because, like I said, the York, since the German ship has really good AP. So right now, our ally frigate has gone over to A and is capping A, and the enemy Blishvika is currently at sea fighting the Nürnberg. Now, Mr. Nürnberg, you should know that the Blishvika has decent torpedoes. They're about 4 kilometers away from each other, it looks like. I mean, he does good damage. Does really good damage on the enemy destroyer. Leaves them at 211 points of health. So close to dying. We got a Confederate too. I'm really trying my luck on this York. But the Blishvika fired torpedoes and sank the friendly Nürnberg, which is very unfortunate. So I do turn away because the friendly New Mexico and the enemy York just died, and I fire. And cool guys don't look at explosions. There we go. 6th kill of the game. We are sitting at 108,926 points of damage, which is fantastic. And I really would love a 7th, especially this low health Pensacola, but I don't think it's going to be, because we are about to win solely on points. We are at 965 right now. So I think I'm gonna actually end this video here, this last replay of Funday Sunday. So if you enjoyed it, please hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zaijian.